Humpy, humpity, hump, hump, hump. I don't know about you, but like my weeks now are running Wednesday to Wednesday. And it has been a amazing week this week. My 49ers won, which is so very, very exciting. Now they're off in London, and they're going to play this Sunday at the, what's it called, the famous Wembley Stadium against the Jaguars. Of course, they're favored by 16.5, which is not fair whatsoever. Don't really like that, right? At NorCal925, big shout out. And also a big shout out to my brother in arms in Paris at Ivens _K. I have never really met anyone with my same last name. It's his first name. Like my family name is dying, which is why whether I ever marry again, I always stay Terri Ivens, because we've got no boys to carry on our family name. A little trivia for you. So this weekend, oh my gosh, okay, Dodgers crippling loss on Friday, so much so that I didn't go out. I was supposed to go to a big mixer, and I didn't go because the Dodgers got crushed. So I'm wearing my Angry Bird sweats. You can't really see it. I was tweeting about St. Louis being Angry Birds. Anyways, I'm wearing my sweats, and I'm now rooting for Boston. Saturday, I felt a lot better, and I went to a birthday party of a dear family friend and mentor. You know her from, her comedic acting expertise is all the way back from Laverne and Shirley, and she's been on everything. As a director, you know her from, Big and League of Her Own and Riding in Cars with Boys and The Preacher's Wife. I didn't really realize that Penny Marshall directed Preacher's Wife with Whitney Houston. Her credits are amazing. So she turned 70. I have a picture of her birthday cake. I snuck it, which was gorgeous. Had this big 70 and sparkling glitter, and I think we sang happy birthday about 5 times. Her brother was there. Did you see the birthday cake? Because we have it. And her guest list was phenomenal. Of course, it was 200 of her closest friends, all for a sit-down dinner. Gorgeous, big, gigantic balloons everywhere, which were another gift that were sent to her. Isn't that awesome? That's her as a little girl. Isn't that a gorgeous cake? It was such a beautiful time, but it was star-studded. And so, I am really starstruck when it comes to athletes. I really didn't think I'm starstruck when it comes to other actors, musicians kind of, sort of, But actors, I'm like, yeah, no. But yeah. Sean Penn comes walking down the stairs with this aura of, oh. And I couldn't help but, probably look like a dork smiling at him. And I'm like, hi. And then my brother comes up behind me and is like, hey, we met. He totally booty blocked me. I was not happy about that. And my brother, he looks like he could be my boyfriend. Okay, so it was totally, completely uncool. Yeah, there's my brother Aaron and my stepdad Willie D, who is why I know these amazing people and families, because he's a world-renowned jazz drummer and a music producer. He works with T-Bone Burnett and produces movies with the Coen brothers. He's amazing. Ed Weinberger, who created Taxi, another great family friend. But I'll tell you, it's pretty cool when you go to such a star-studded event where everybody in the room is someone, and then there's like me. I wanted to take out my camera so badly and take pictures, but then I didn't want to look like the dork. And then when Sean Penn was there, I didn't want him to like get upset and like, you know, we all know what he does when he sees a camera and he's not being paid for it. So, but oh my gosh, Jane Fonda was there. Oh my gosh, she is gorgeous, 75 years old, and radiates the presence of a 25-year-old girl. I'm no joke. I mean, her hair was just full of life and body, and her body, she was standing right next to me, and let me tell you, she is as tiny as I am. I could not believe it. And you know what? It makes me want to go and buy all of her Jane Fonda fitness tapes and find and resurrect a VCR because it works, apparently, and it lasts. Who else was there? Winona Ryder. She was hanging by the couch, and I didn't even really recognize it was her. And then this other lady was like, oh my God, that's Winona Ryder. So I had like a little partner in crime to Google with her. She has beautiful, long, dark hair. It was all put up in a ponytail. Who else? Oh, John Stamos. I was up at the bar eating my food, and he sachets next to me. I about choked on my meatloaf. And, you know, he ordered a Coke on ice. He's a Coca-Cola man, not a Pepsi man. Isn't it interesting, the things that we can find out? Yeah. Thomas J. What's his name? Thomas Jane. You remember him from his TV series, Hung. Let me tell you, it took everything, including my mother, for me not to attack him. He was by the swimming pool, no shoes, okay? So he was a little McConaughey, you know, wrinkly shirt, really long, straggly hair, which made me think that he must be filming something or he's living in Penny's basement. Hot, though. Super hot. I wanted to walk around with like my business card and ask everyone to come be a guest on my show, but I thought, you know, I'd never be invited back to Penny's house if I ever did that. So I did take some pictures, and just for the sake of, because everyone knows I'm such a huge sports fan, but Penny Marshall is a bigger fan than I am. In fact, she's mentored me a lot through it. I've gone to a lot of games with her. Met her in San Antonio with the Spurs. Just for reference point, I shot a little video of my house, of my 49er, you know, little whatever. Just watch for reference. So as I said, this is for perspective. This is my 49er shrine. Here's my Steve Holland painting of my very favorite Joe Montana. These are things that, you know, a collector might have because she's just a little girl who's never played the game. Joe Montana football in plexiglass protective care. I went to a few Super Bowls, saw Peyton Manning get his and Eli Manning get his with the Giants. And Santa Claus got me this helmet with a tag that said, "Do not remove until issued to the assigned player." It came straight from the organization, and I, of course, ripped that tag off. So you can see, okay, I'm a little crazy, and that's my guest bathroom. You should see the rest of the house. Okay, now I want you to see Penny's sports collection, which I covet.
Besides the ball.
Come on. She called me over. She summoned me over.
How's the kid?
She summoned me over. She said, "So you do curvy enthusiasm?" I'm like, "Yeah, put me on." Okay. Larry to do it.
got more back here.
Oh, she does?
Ladies box. Unbelievable.
Who are you?
Just leave her alone.
So you got to see it? Is that crazy? I mean, I have one football in plexiglass. She has walls. Walls. And like everyone, her baseball collection is categorized not just by teams, but by years and by divisions. It was incredible. Jim Gray, who's this big sports announcer, him and I were in there. Like, her sports collection was first, and celebrities definitely took a back seat. So I mentioned Ed Weinberger, who is a dear, dear family friend. Well, I was reading online, and I saw that Heidi Klum bought his house. There's Heidi Klum, and we all know who she is, beautiful producer.
Front of the house.
So here's this house that I've had so many Thanksgiving dinners in. My daughter, when she was an infant, was brought into this house. Ed works from his office, which is pictured there. It's the maroon office. And I took pictures, or showing you pictures of like Heidi's, what would be her master bathroom, because there's a his and a hers. And what the master bedroom looks like is because it's kind of fun to visualize, Heidi Klum in her bathroom in the bedroom. There's guest bathrooms, powder rooms, and water closets that are downstairs that were phenomenal too. The kitchen was to die for, and no joke. I mean, there's Wolfgang Puck, carving our Thanksgiving turkey on the countertop. So it's for me, it's kind of sad because it's a whole era of life that is gone. No more. But it's really exciting for Ed. It's a gigantic house for just him and Carlene, and I'm so happy that he won't get lost anymore. So I have an I Spy for you. And this is Tainted Dreams. This is a show that I've been working on. We've got this is like a little teaser behind the scenes for you.
I love that I'm playing Angelica. I'm like honored. I'm very happy to be a part of this show.
What's happening? Oh my god. Oh my god.
The script is awesome. I mean, that's why I wanted to do it. Now that I see it coming to life, such great actors.
Oh my God, Henry! It cannot work like this!
We're all coming from the same genre, and we acknowledge some of the crazy storylines that we have to tell.
So while I'm in a Peruvian village with amnesia, after I fall into a coma and I'm out of it for 4 years.
We're going, oh yeah, how many comas have you been in? Oh, I've been dead twice. Oh, I came back from the dead. Like, who has those conversations? Only soap actors.
God, you gotta come back.
But the most exciting stuff is the backstage stuff, like how we deal with the craziness, because we're all kind of nuts. In a good way. Gotta go. There's like some juicy things that are very real that I think people are gonna really enjoy seeing.
I wonder all the time why you're with Cassandra.
And she needs me.
Well, what about what you need? And there's some fun stuff too.
Oh, great shoes.
Thank you. I think this show, it's perfect.
I am so excited for you to be able to see our full episodes. We have 12 in the can, so we're in post, and I'm hearing January that they'll be released. And there's like this bidding war for distribution, which I'm really excited about. So my special guest is here, and I'm thrilled to death. Raoul is here, and you know her best from True Blood and Under the Dome. And I've got a little treat for you so I can get her all set up. I'm going to show you her True Blood reel.
I feel like a cat on a hot tin roof. That's from a play.
Mama, what are you doing?
Our guest of honor is a vampire. What do you think's gonna happen when he comes out and sees a giant cross?
I don't know.
Well, I don't either. But if he sizzles up like fatback bacon in front of everybody, there's not gonna be much of a meeting now, is there? And what are you doing with vampires anyway? They are wrong. They are devils.
Why do you have so much hate in you?
I don't.
That's a flat lie.
Who do you think you're talking to?
My mama, who hates Methodists.
I got my reasons.
And Catholics.
Just priests and nuns.
African Americans.
Hush. That's a secret.
People who don't take care of their gardens, and people who park their trucks up on their lawn, and ladies who wear red shoes.
It looks cheap.
Families with lots of kids, and checkered curtains, and cats. Every girl that I ever liked. And the more that I like them, the more that you hate them.
I simply object to a girlfriend who will kill you and eat you.
I don't have a family anymore.
I'm sorry for you. That wasn't fair. But Hoyt has a bright future ahead of him. And by bright, I mean in the sun. If you think I'm gonna let him wander around all hours of the night for the rest of his life with an orphan vampire, you got another think coming.
Oh.
I believe that's up to Hoyt.
Y'all don't.
Well, I will fight for what's best for my boy.
So will I. And I can give him everything that a human could.
Not hardly.
Like what?
Babies. Well, if it ain't the vampire and his vampire lover.
Oh, there's those fucking eyes again.
She's been going on about Sam Merlot and how they're gonna offer him to God.
Why don't you offer yourself up to me, Jason Stackhouse?
Huh?
You dirty little monkey. Oh, you're dirty Harry now, huh? 'Cause you're dipping your penguin dick in that vampire tramp. You are cut from the same cloth as your daddy. You are both half men.
Miss Fortenberry!
Just calm
A
down.
half man and a dead whore. Who else would have either of you? Can you read that, Tommy?
Maria, Osmond, Adora,
Oh, good.
Belly.
Bell.
There's an E on them.
It's French, I don't know.
Why is it?
Just ignore that.
Marie Osmond, Adora, Bell, Frida Fried Dog.
Oh, very good, Tommy. All that hard work you've been doing's paying off. I think sweet little Frida would be a welcome addition to our collection. And just in time for Halloween next week. Ain't nobody working here? Hey!
I'll be right with you, Miss Fortenberry.
Service in this place fucking sucks, and you know why? 'Cause Sam Merlot's a fucking asshole.
Okay.
So, remind me what we agreed on.
Well,
20 per acre for 10 years. Is that up front?
20? Well, I don't remember discussing anything.
Okay, what can I get y'all tonight?
I'll have 2 Miller Tall Boys with 2 shots of tequila and some hot sauce.
Really?
And some crawfish fritters with ranch dressing. And also some of that private stash of succotash that Sam keeps hidden for himself because he's selfish. And don't go out back to smoke and leave my food to dry out under the heat lamps, neither. He was a devious little son of a bitch. But somewhere in there he had a good heart. Not a lot of people got to see that. I was lucky enough to be one of them.
Well, thank you for coming. And would have meant a lot to my brother.
He said, Sam shooting me was the best thing that ever happened to me, Miss Fortenberry, because it brought me to you and the Lord. Sweet boy.
Nobody taught Tommy how to love somebody without hurting them. I let him down that way, too.
My guess is nobody taught you neither. We all do the best we can with what we got. I'm gonna bring by one of my famous pork rind casseroles later.
No, don't trouble yourself, Miss Fortenberry.
Nonsense. Tommy may not have been my flesh and blood, but he was a son to me. You call me Mama from now on. We're all the family we got left.
Isn't that great? And Dale is here.
Hello, Terri.
No technical difficulties anymore.
No, I'm so impressed with your sports knowledge. It's a gene I did not get. You are very butch. You're so beautiful, and then here you are. I mean, it's a very winning combination.
Oh, thank you. I just love it. I love a right reason to scream and yell. It's very
that's
therapeutic.
True. Yes, the
right?
boys are cute.
Boys are cute. I love the little.
Did you grow up with your family watching sports?
My mother.
Okay.
My mother was a big SI, Sports Illustrated, always came to my mom's name. I don't know why, because my dad's into sports too. My dad did them, you know, my mom, you know, I'm just a little girl that never got to play the game.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But gosh, if I was like a big boy,
you'd be like a quarterback.
Oh, I would love it. Like wide receiver, tight end.
Tight end.
Take it up the middle.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Okay, anyway. Very nice to be here.
All this great True Blood. Oh, my gosh. So what is happening? So when you guys go back?
Either right before Christmas or right after Christmas.
That's
right after.
Soon.
Yeah, it is soon. And it'll be our last season, season number 7. You know, it can't go on forever. For one thing, the vampires can't get any older. You know, because when you are made into a vampire, you stay what you stay just as you
So the pressure for the actor
is to stay young.
Get Botox
Yes.
and go into season 9. Just everyone get Botox.
Exactly, and have way better lighting. But, yeah, so it's very exciting, though, to go back in, and they're kind of, I know the writers are already back, and they're trying to figure out how to end it all, so it'll be sad.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of ending.
I have
no idea. They're
no
going to leave
idea.
it to, like, have a movie. Because they could do that.
Well, there's been talk of that, but I don't know now if there would be. But, you know, there were Charlene Harris, who's the creator of the Sookie Stackhouse novels, of which there are quite a few. The television show veers quite a bit from the books, so I don't think it'll end the way they did in the book. So we'll see, you know.
What do you think your character's going to do? Do you have an idea of what you'd like to see the writers?
Well, I would like my character to get a boyfriend.
Oh, yes.
But I don't know that will ever happen. I think my character's name is Maxine Fortenberry, and I think she'll just stay being as horrible as she is.
She's so delicious.
Well, she is, but, you know, she'll still stay in the little town and have opinions and tell everyone what to do. And my son's character, Hoyt, has moved to Alaska. And so I'm hoping that he will return, and maybe he will have gotten married and had a baby. I think that would be nice.
That would be nice. Wow.
So we'll see. But, you know, it's been a great ride. We've had a wonderful time, and it was so fun to be part of something that was so well-liked.
Iconic.
And, you know, yeah, it was great. It was really, really a great ride.
I remember when it first started, you know, there was all the controversy that, it's vampire porn.
Yeah, it is vampire porn, though, kind of, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's, you know, it's very bloody, very sexy. The guys are as naked as the girls, and you know, it's out there. It definitely is.
But what's different is the performances, the acting is so good, and the stories. Like
right, the writers are amazing.
Yeah.
And Alan Ball, who created the show, he wrote 6 Feet Under and won the Oscar for American Beauty, and so he is really good at choosing actors who have a lot of training and are, you know, a lot of them are seasoned and from the theater. And so he's got a really strong cast. And they, the combination of that and the writers, it's just like a great explosive kind of thing.
Yeah, what a dream. And 7 years, wow.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get that lucky.
No,
you know.
no.
And now it looks like you're hit another great run with Under the Dome.
Under the Dome.
I've been watching like all the clips.
Yes. It's pretty crazy.
It's crazy.
It's a Stephen King miniseries that CBS did this last summer. They did 13 episodes, and it was supposed to just be kind of just an event kind of thing. And that
was it really? It was just supposed to be like a summer filler?
Well, I think they all wanted it to go further, but they didn't know how this would go because this is sort of a new genre for a regular network like CBS.
Right.
So there's always just reruns and stuff in the summer. So they wanted to do something new and do this kind of special programming, but it turned out to be well received, and so they're going to do another 13 that'll start shooting in January and then start airing in June.
You're going to be so busy. You're going to be
I
on
hope
2
so.
TV series at the same time.
So it would be, it'd be nice.
Well, you're Under the Dome.
I am under the
so
dome.
So you can't go anywhere.
No, except they shoot it in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh.
The hottest place on the planet. But, they have a great team there. And and Stephen King's going to write the first episode of the
Does he hang out on set?
He doesn't. He was there the first few days for the table read and for the first day of filming. But I think he just goes home and, writes more books and has his life in Maine.
Is he eccentric?
I don't know.
He looks eccentric.
He's funny. I know really? That. Yeah, he's very funny and kind of dirty and kind of crazy. So
well, I mean, he created, Carrie.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, but everybody likes him and they're excited he's going to write this episode. So it'll be cool.
That is, oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Yeah, well,
Spielberg too. Now, does he?
I never saw him. He's one of the producers, and I don't know if anybody else did either. But
so he's like that secret god in the
sky.
Rafters that says you live, you
die, and here's money or not.
Did Barbie get? That's one of the characters. The guy's really cute. Did he get executed? Because last I saw, he had a noose around his neck.
That was the cliffhanger.
Right.
Yeah, that's the cliffhanger for the season.
And then the darkness, like all of a sudden, everyone under the dome is in darkness, and then there's some egg that has some kind of special power.
Special egg. I don't ask me. I have no idea. I mean, we know week to week. Like, you understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting.
So we'll see.
When she threw that egg in the river, and then all those little pink fairies came
out
shooting
of the sky.
out, and then everything went white.
Yeah.
And then I just kept looking at seeing if Barbie was going to get the axe, and then they cut it. And I'm like, oh,
he's too cute. I don't think he'll die.
And his name's Barbie. I mean, how cute is that?
I know. His last name is Barbara. His name is Dale Barbara, so they call him Barbie.
Yeah.
But he's very cute. He was actually he was in The Help. I think he played the husband
you're right.
of Jessica Chastain.
Yes,
is that who I mean?
I think so.
Yeah, he's
now
very
I'm
nice.
seeing it.
Yeah.
And talk about another great movie. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. You're surrounded with another impeccable cast. Great
I'm
writing.
very lucky.
Yes, you are.
It's good. It's nice at some point in life to be a character person because you don't have to worry about getting older. And I'm enjoying this time of life. And
you're working like crazy.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm not nervous, which is nice because you know how it can be nerve-wracking in our business.
Sure.
Yeah. But I'm not as kind of, scared about what people think and all that as I used to be.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ron Howard's mom, I worked with Pearl.
Oh.
And she gave me one of the greatest gold nuggets that I take with me everywhere. And she was talking about how she used to get so nervous going on auditions. I don't know if you know Ron Howard's, both of his parents are actors. And Rance Howard is in everything, and so is Pearl. But she said auditions. Oh, honey, why are you fretting about auditions? You've got an audience that has to watch you until you say you're through.
Oh, that's fabulous!
Isn't that?
Yeah, I never looked at it that way. That's great.
Yeah. So
and she's right.
Yeah. Here we're thinking, oh, we got to perform, we got to meet a certain level.
They're going to judge us. Or,
right, well, because they do.
They do, yeah.
But if we have the mindset that, no, we're taking this meeting, and I could say I don't want to do it.
Right. Not that you would, but you might someday.
I just wouldn't go.
Right. Right.
So, like, my career, I have not done nudity. I haven't even cussed and swore. So it, like, for me, it freaks me out that they've allowed me to keep playing in this business without doing things that so many young
leading
girls.
lady, yeah.
So but we've worked some shows together. I was looking at your IMDb, like, wait, where did that piece of paper go? I may have lost it. But you've done, like, early in your career, I can remember off the top of my head, Seinfeld. So, like, what was that like, working with that crazy bunch?
Well, it was actually pretty fun. It's been so long ago that it's kind of hard to remember, but I do remember Larry David was our director, and, you know, he's the guy who has his own show and everything, and I was kind of scared of him because he's very quiet and intense. But then, of course, he turns out to have a fabulous sense of humor. So I remember having a really fun time. But honestly, it's been like, it's been at least 15 years, something like that.
Gosh, I can't believe
you did the show, Terry?
No, but the shows I did that you did were Highway to Heaven.
Oh, right.
Talk about really going back with Michael Landon.
He was fabulous.
Wasn't he?
So fabulous.
Did you know that he had the same crew from Bonanza?
I did know that.
It's
kind of, I mean, he really took care of his people and was loyal, and I know that.
And they were loyal to him.
Yeah, totally. And I think he only worked like a 10-hour day or something, which is unheard of.
Right.
And it seemed like there were stories about how even if guys on his crew were old or sick or something, he'd keep paying them. I mean, he was a one of a kind.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were lucky to have that experience. My episode of Highway to Heaven was with Lou Ayres.
Oh, wow.
Who was in the first film that was nominated for an Oscar. It was a World War I movie, and then he said that he left to go fight in World War II.
Oh, my God.
Lou Ayres is just a phenomenal man, phenomenal, because I worked with him, and I think he was 82.
Wow, I was going to say.
Yeah.
One of those guys you'd know if you saw him. You'd know his face if you saw him.
Phenomenal.
Wow.
But just, so, like, it's funny, like you say, it's so long ago, yet there's certain aspects of almost every job that when it's something like that sticks in my head, it's like part of a little photo album for me. And I saw that you were Civil Wars. I did too.
Oh, that was a fun show.
Did you work with Mariel?
Yes, actually.
I did too.
Yeah, it was a
Hemingway.
Like a law show.
Right.
Yeah, about lawyers, obviously. Civil Wars.
Stephen Bochco.
Yeah, that's right. And that really cute Peter Honorati, remember him?
I didn't get to work with him.
Yeah, he was very cute.
I was just with Meryl.
Yeah, but I think it only ran a couple seasons.
I think it's so too.
Yeah.
I was on the stand. I played this. I had like a New York accent, and I was like, you think you're better than me? I've got bands writing songs about me. My name is mentioned on 3 different albums. Who's writing songs about you? See the things that all of a sudden stick into your head?
brain, exactly.
And that's like when I was 17.
Oh man, Terry, that's funny.
But I loved that job because it was with Meryl Hemingway.
She was really nice, as I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think didn't she work just recently on like Lipstick Lovers? There's that other show, Lipstick Jungle or something like that.
Oh, I've heard it. Yeah,
right?
I think so. Yeah.
For whatever reason, that's like in my head.
Right.
Now, I also heard that you are working with the crazy James Franco on his new how do I say that? Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. Well, I never actually saw him, unfortunately, or met him.
Well, he's like teaching in
everywhere.
UCLA. Like he's got 15 degrees.
So
right?
what he's done, and he did this before, is he's collected these young filmmakers, and
from his classes, right?
I think so,
because he has a screenwriting class,
right? And these are graduates already from USC.
Okay.
So somehow he put together 8 directors and 8 scripts, and he's funded them to produce these short films. And I did one of them, and he's going to then put them in a collection called The Labyrinth, and then it'll go into the film festivals. And apparently, I don't know that the films make are connected to each other somehow or have a theme or whatever, but my understanding is that they'll be kind of computer-generated graphics that have something to do with the labyrinth that weave the stories together. So it'll run probably about 80 minutes, and then I know the last one he did like this, the last project, played the Rome Film Festival and a lot of really nice, film festivals. So it's great opportunities for young filmmakers, and it was really fun to work on. It was great.
Yeah. When did you work on that?
We shot it in the spring, and actually yesterday we just did some reshoots, or some scenes that they wanted to add. So we shot those yesterday, but it looks good. I've seen quite a bit of it. It looks nice.
He was on one of the late night talk shows. I think it was Leno. I think it was Leno. Maybe it was Jimmy Kimmel. I watch a lot of Kimmel. I like Jimmy Kimmel.
Have you ever met James Franco? I never.
No, but everyone tells me that you would think my paths would cross because he still does soap.
Exactly.
Right? Not that I'm on soap or anything anymore, but
Yeah.
there's so many mutual friends and whatnot. But I hear that he's really eclectic, and he's got like 15 million, different degrees. And
I just was reading a magazine today, and he's the face of Gucci men's cologne. It was like, holy moly! I mean,
and now he's doing this, which seems so good and right. Like he's giving back to what
He must be a good guy.
I loved him in that 127 days or
oh my god. Yeah,
talk about holding camera. It's tough to be on camera all by yourself.
Yeah,
and he made it so compelling.
That was the one where he got his arm, or he cut his arm off.
Yeah, he got stuck and lost.
It was a true story.
Yeah. At the end of the movie, they show the pictures of the real guy.
That's right. That's right.
That's what's like really haunting. You're like, oh. So all this work, and I hear that you make time and take a vacation, and you just got back from one.
Yes, my husband and I went to Italy with some friends. It was really exciting and fun.
Now, where were you in Italy?
We went to Venice, and then we went to Bologna, and stayed there and went to some smaller towns all around, and drove and had little adventures, for like 4 or 5 days. And then we went to the Amalfi Coast and stayed. I know I'd never been
gorgeous?
before. Oh my God. It's
we have
unbelievable.
pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was. I mean, anyone who's been there will say the same thing. We stayed in Sorrento, and then we did, like Amalfi and Positano and all of that.
All
it was super.
Romantic.
Yeah, it was. And we stayed in we rented this villa because there were 6 of us, and overlooking the bay, and it's like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, many movies have been shot there.
Yes, they have. Yeah, and both beautiful shoots there. They go there every year and shoot because that show is it's like the #1 show in Italy.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So wouldn't that be a nice job?
Yeah.
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 So, Terri, get on that show. Get on that show.
My dad said that when I first came out here, so little. My dad was like, just get on a soap opera. Do that for a little while. I'm like, you know what, Dad? Okay.
Yeah,
let me take care of that.
But you did.
I did, but it was years later. I mean, my acting coach said that I didn't have a chance doing television, that I would probably do movies, but I was gonna have a really tough time. And then within like the first 8 months, I was just doing tons of television.
Wow. I
And
wonder why you would say that.
Well, I think because when I started, everything was written for blonde, blue-eyed.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Right? There was
exactly.
no ethnicity like there is now.
Right.
I mean, if it wasn't for like Terry Hatcher, Nia Peoples, I mean, Eva LaRue.
Right.
Right? Those ladies are the ones that really paved the path for me to walk down.
Right.
So, without them, I would go into producer sessions and it would be me and 4 blondes and I'd still be the same character. It's not like they got creative writing.
Right.
But they'd be like, wow, there's something different about Terry.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
she has
gee.
dark hair.
Right, and she can play dumb.
Right. So you'd get the job.
So I
Good
worked
girl.
a lot.
Right.
And I learned on the job. Did you learn on the job?
Yeah, I kind of did. I did a lot of theater beforehand, and so when I came out here and started working in television, I really didn't know what I was doing. So I was older than you were when you started, but yeah, I really realized that I was way overdoing it, and I didn't know how to work the camera, and I didn't know the vocabulary,
Oh, right.
like what anything meant. So like. The first team is the actors that are actually shooting the script, and then they bring in the second team to do the lighting, and I didn't know that then we were supposed to leave, and they bring in the it's like all that stuff you just don't realize that there's a whole language to movie or filmmaking or even television. So I tried to be surreptitious about it. I don't know how much I was.
Well, we're lucky that we got to learn on the job.
Yeah.
Because today I always feel for the young actor, no matter what their age, but the newbie that's coming in, because the industry is so much different. I've seen it turn over. We used to have seasons, like there would be a pilot season, there would be movie of the weeks during the summer, and
Right.
then everyone, you'd do a few commercials, nationals that would pay like 60
a ton
grand.
of money, no more. That's no more.
So like the livelihood of being a working actor is really gone unless you're on a TV series.
Exactly.
Because even movies don't pay the way they used to.
And my husband is a lighting designer on Young and the Restless, and he's been there many years, and so young people can't even learn on that kind of a show anymore because they shoot everything so quickly to save money. So you've really got to come in there and be prepared and know what you're doing, which is hard when you're 20 years old.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
anyway. I'm like, move over because
Terry's still in town.
It's fun to go on meetings and sashay through the
Yeah,
hall and
exactly.
have all the young actors that go, oh my God.
There she is, yeah.
Whether I get the job or not, I get that 30 seconds of like, whew.
Exactly. And you should, baby. Look at you. And now you have your own show.
This is fun.
Is so exciting for you.
Riley is a good guy and really forced me to take the plunge in this new venture. But it's scary.
I'm sure it must be.
I don't want to be boring.
I don't think you'll be boring at all. My God, no. I mean, also, a million people, and that's
True.
fun.
That helps.
Yeah, it does. And you're charming and beautiful and funny. So what the hell?
Oh, I love Dale. I love Dale, and I love you for tuning in once again for my episode 5 of Going to Bed with Terri Ivens. I sure hope you have your jammies on like I do. And put the Oreos down. No more eating those. And
brush your teeth.
I will see you next week.
It is not our intention to cause or inflict emotional breakdown, mental disturbance, or physical pain. All opinions are those of persons who spoke them and are subject to change without notice. They are under no affiliation with UBN Radio, its employees, intern, or janitor. If any offense has occurred, say to yourself, I could be wrong. It must be necessary. What else is true? Take a deep breath, let it go, and repeat.